Fizz, we're taking Fizz for a walk. Yeah, she's looking good, and I thought we'd take you around our village. So here we have our village Christmas tree, although not ready for Christmas. We have our remembrance there with the flagpole, and normally over there we do have some more, but there's not today, so maybe later. Shown you many places in the past where we've walked with Fizz, but today I've brought you to a very special place in our village, our memorial garden. It was when we moved into the village, this bit of land was a bit of a sort of a wreck. Nothing happened. But it was a field with a couple of goalposts in it. The field was donated and given to the village by, lead off Fizz, lead off. Good girl, off you go. By the Duke of Devonshire. Come on, this way. But it was just a plain field. And so, Fizz, come. So a few years ago, the village decided to turn this field into a park, a memorial garden, a park for village. And villagers were asked to make these tiles. I think I made one, but I can't remember which one I made. Could be that one actually. Yeah, I think that's the one I made. Certain of it. And we planted trees. Fizz, come this way. And thousands of trees and shrubs, all British natives, were planted. Here we have the memorial stone, and I don't know if you can see. The memorial oak. Right, so she's met a few of her friends. Now all these trees are British native trees, and at different times of the year, obviously this one's an oak, designed to grow into a big oak, not as big as the major oak, but as you can see there are lots of ash and things like that around, and beech, birch, and at some times of the year you have the blossoms, and other times the berries, and obviously the green in the summer. Lots of wildlife up here. People from the village will come up and sit at the picnic tables with a bottle of wine and just watch the owls and things like that. And talking of owls, we have this stunny here, the first of several sculptures I'm going to show you to, and lots of seats and benches around. You can't go very far without tripping over a bench, and got a memorial to somebody from the village, or who worked in the village. As you can see, it's being allowed to do its own thing. It's mown by the path, but apart from that it does its own thing. You'll see a big pile of wood there. That's a sort of a habitat for creatures. You can see that on this. And you can see there's a big pile of wood, and there we have one of those bug hotel things, but a rather large and splendid one. And what they did was they invited the village to come up and plant trees, and over a few weekends, you could farm up the top, over a few weekends villagers came down and planted all these trees and bushes, as I did as well, so I did plant some. Woodland Trust were alongside to make sure that things were done properly. We'll go down here. We can't go all the way around here because I might have to speed up a bit, because we had severe rain. As you can see, there's going to be a bit of a line of trees here very nicely, and in future years this will be stunning in the autumn with all the different colours and different types of shrub and trees, and things can grow naturally around here, so not everything is necessarily being planted. Going through a bit of a soggy bit, and we come to the next area of decoration, should we put it that way. And so here we have the little toadstools, and we have little chappie. There is also other ones here. I don't know if you can see with the sun, but there's one back there. There you are. So that looks like might be green one back there. And so you've got lovely carved wood and message board. It's the Chanted Garden, and we have a tunnel. It's been planted using willow. So in the summer, this is green and makes a lovely tunnel for the kids to go through. And here we have green, beautiful carvings. We're going to turn around and go back and go the other way because we're now blocked from going further. Just over there, they're building a pond, a wildlife pond, and it overflowed when we had some bad rain. Come back to this area to show you that we're here, sort of Memorial Avenue, and we've got the nice, the newly planted trees of a reasonable maturity, and these lovely arches. And here you've got a little display about the village and the animals, and there's a COVID memorial in here. So hopefully I won't sink into the stone. So this is a place of reflection and memorial with regards to COVID, planted by the council. We have thing from the church, stone from the church 13, and you've got some old photographs there. And on here we have information about the wildlife and the woodland. It's called Royal Oak Meadowland, and the sorts of things that we get, and a lot of these appear in my garden as well. So we get the fox in the garden, and we don't get the brown hare, but we do have the badger and the deer at the bottom of the garden. And so we go up this walkway, and we come to the end of this walkway. Excuse the dog. And as you can see, a lot of the benches, as you say, you can't go very far without coming to a bench, and the benches are mostly memorials. And we have this absolutely stunning piece of carving here. It's the animals that we get, and so you can see there's the hare, and you can see birds of prey, and you can see the fox there, squirrels, hedgehogs, and it's a rather beautiful piece of woodland sculpture there. As you can see, this place is absolutely beautifully kept. What you can see here is what's happened when the pond overflowed and it's taken out the path. Another big puddle at the bottom. over here. I don't know if you can see it yet. This is where they are building, you can see, that's the wildlife pond area. And so again, it's just something that nature will deal with. It won't be contrived too much, a little bit, but it will have native flowers. So as we come round the back of the area, so lots of people walk their dogs here. Fizz is going to find a friend. It's so good to see her after she's been so ill. So we come round the back and we're coming really towards, I planted some trees in this area. It was one of those there I planted, and one of those here, and then I planted a tree. Come on, this way. I planted a tree at the very beginning, so I shall go and show you the one I planted. Every good garden deserves a shed. The shed here, as you can see, is spectacular. Has been painted and with animals from the village. Bluebell scene, it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. And obviously how to use container shed. And so we come back, I want to say the picnic tables around, and we come back. Now, I know which tree I wanted to plant, and I planted because I said I wanted one to be where I could tell it was mine. So I didn't plant the big ones, but you see that tree there, and you can see that tree there right in the middle. I planted that one. I had to plant where I knew. So I planted my tree. You can see here is the Royal Oak, and this is an established memorial garden and adopted by the Royal British Legion as well as villagers. So thank you for coming. I'm now going to do a few more laps with Fizz, and Fizz will say goodbye, won't you? Fizz! Fizz! See you!